Hello, I got a shocking comment under my last video. I'll set the scene. This particular viewer is or was a teacher and had taken some or all of the pupils of the school he was teaching at or the class to a carol service at a local Anglican church. It seems that the vicar made some sort of a preamble, or perhaps it was a sermon, either during or just before the carol service, and he told the congregation that since Muslims also believe in Jesus, that Christmas was therefore also a Muslim feast. My commentator, obviously being a bit better educated than the vicar, was disturbed by that piece of misinformation and actually made contact with the priest afterwards, writing to explain that the Muslim concept of Jesus was completely different from the Christian one. In the event that you're not aware of this, Muhammad had it that Jesus was a prophet who predicted the arrival of Muhammad and should be given honour only for that. That he was an ordinary man with nothing divine about him, and that he was neither crucified nor resurrected. That's sort of pretty basic in Christianity, I think. This commentator also made the point that Christmas is a time when Christians celebrate the incarnation of God, taking on a human form, and this is something that is definitely and absolutely completely rejected by Islam. This is what my commentator told me that he'd said. If he's telling me the truth and that he added nothing else of a derogatory nature or anything else that might disprove the Muslim narrative, I'll get into that in a minute. If he was telling me the truth, that is all he told the vicar, then the response he got from that vicar is nothing short of horrifying. Apparently, this representative of the established church, not only of England, but of all the Anglican communities throughout the world, responded by telling this commentator that an Islamophobe like him should not be a teacher, and that he, the vicar, would be contacting this person's headmaster at the school and questioning his suitability as a teacher of children. Now, bonus fact, this is just from me. Muhammad not only said that Jesus was not divine, but that Miriam, that is the Hebrew form of Mary, Miriam, his mother, was the same Miriam that we know of as the sister of Moses. Did you know that? Well, anyone who thinks that the Quran comes straight from a divine source might wish to take up this historical misunderstanding with whichever deity you happen to worship. But that's entirely beside the point. I just thought I might mention that to you. If the chap who wrote into me is telling me the truth, and I don't see any reason why he should not be, then I'm going to bring into service at this time the novel written by G.K. Chesterton called The Flying Inn. That's an inn with two N's, as in a tavern. The book chronicles the adventures of a couple of, well, literally rum runners who are roaming England on a horse and cart, smuggling a barrel of rum, which they can sell to people under cover of darkness, because the country has been taken over by a sort of capitulation of Christianity to Islam, and the country now has an established church with a religion which is called CHRISLAM. CHRISLAM, of course, has banished alcohol. or banned alcohol. As a book, it's a bit like War of the Worlds, but with Islam as the invaders rather than Martians. But what struck me was the way Chesterton depicts a sort of middle-class elite and an established church only too willing to give in to the new, and the way Chesterton phrases it, the alien faith. I never liked Chesterton that much, but I have to give him his due. He wrote that book in 1914. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the Graniopteryx design or Grambo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.graniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.